Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask guys to please leave a like on this video. It takes a couple seconds and I do greatly appreciate that. Now with that being said, I'm not going to be addressing the price action throughout the market at all. I'm going to be saving that for a video that I'm going to be uploading after the indices open, after the dollar opens and stuff like that, because right now reporting on price action just is not logical at all when we do know that those major factors haven't even begun to open. Those will open in about 3 hours, roughly at about 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now with this in mind, I'm going to be talking to you guys about some major catalysts for this market. I also want to talk to you guys about major implosions happening in crypto, aka regulatory clarity coming to this space. I believe a lot of individuals are kind of undermining the idea that, regulations are very good. They're very good for, adoption and utility to be ushered in, but they could also, lead to some major catalyst events that will lead to implosions throughout this entire market. You got to realize that there's 18,000 plus crypto projects in the space. A lot of them, I'm just going to say it, they are garbage. They are offering no beneficial factors to this market at all. I could just grab a random one here. I mean, look at this coin. You see the self-reporting circulating supply. You see the max supply over there. You see the price that it's trading at. I mean, these are garbage coins, and these are coming out of nowhere. These are blatant scams as well. There's a lot of projects that are, being pushed to the public by a lot of influencers. We know that there's been a lot of, investigations going on, or I should say self-investigations from like CoffeeZilla and stuff like that, where we do see a lot of projects being pushed to these audience of these, high-tier influencers. And they are blatant scams. They are rug pulls. And this is why regulations are actually going to be a good thing as well. I mean, we're going to see a lot of individuals not losing out on a ton of money just because they're listening to a face, if you will. But also, I believe that regulations are very good for, utility to be finally ushered in and become a true factor behind the price per asset. But with this in mind, I tweeted this out saying, regulations will cause implosions in this market like never seen before. We will see the number of crypto tokens drop drastically. The ones left will have true utility, and that is when the fun begins. Forget a $3 trillion market cap for crypto. Think much bigger, hundreds of trillions. This is why I tell you guys to focus on the bigger picture behind crypto. This is future technology that we are investing in. Not only that, but we are at the bare minimum prices for the crypto entire market. I mean, at the high tier, right? All-time highs, $3 trillion for the global crypto market cap is laughable when you are thinking about the bigger picture here for crypto. Also, we are seeing, talks from the Fed, from the government, etc., saying preparing for the financial system of the future. This is all through digitization and decentralization, especially with finance. When we are talking about crypto and the role that it plays within this future, market and this future financial system, it's a key vital role. They're talking about the FedWire to the FedNow service. I talked to you guys about the FedNow service just a few days ago. I think it was like 2 days ago when I was talking to you guys about FedNow with Volante Tech. Of course, a Ripple technology, specialist, if you will. And when we are talking about that, this is all focused on one major focus point, which is cross-border payments. Cross-border payments and, of course, digitization of our financial system. This is going to run 24/7, 365 through, of course, CBDCs and even, payment ledgers. Again, those DLTs play a vital role here. And of course, we do see here, the financial system is not standing still, and neither can we. The digital financial ecosystem is evolving rapidly and becoming increasingly connected with the traditional financial system. It is prudent for the board to understand the evolving payment landscape, the technological advancements and consumer demands driving this evolution, and the consequent policy choices as it seeks to fulfill a congressionally mandated role to promote a safe, efficient, and inclusive system for US dollar transactions. I want you all to realize what is happening right now. They are ushering in regulations because now they see the value behind this. Okay, understand where crypto is positioned currently. Now, in about, we'll just say 2, 3, maybe even 4 years, we're going to look back at this time and it's going to look extremely different. Use the Bitcoin chart for an example, right? Just look back, going back to 2017, 2018, right? Here's 2017, here's 2018's all-time high. Look at where we just were. Okay? We are back here in terms of the crypto market cap. We're not even scratching the surface of where we're going to be. Okay? You need to understand how massive this market actually is in retrospect compared to anything else. Okay? And we do see here, Janet Yellen, says Americans will likely see another year of very uncomfortably high inflation. Okay, with inflation continuing to rise, with talks of rate hikes being in place, things are moving rapidly towards one end goal, and that is this. Listen closely to this video.
Of this economy and the collapse of the dollar, and I want you to listen carefully. Yesterday, or day before yesterday, no, it was yesterday that they actually announced and showed it, the new executive order to develop a plan to regulate cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Now, this is being heralded as a good thing because they kicked the can down the road, and that's true. And that's what's getting the headlines. However, it's inevitable that the government is going to attempt to regulate Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. We all know that's coming in one form or another. But something else that was tucked into that was worse. Something that has much bigger implications for the future of America than even anything happening in Ukraine or Russia. In the same White House announcement instituting new regulatory schemes for cryptocurrencies, they also said they are going to direct the Treasury Department to urgently study the development of a potential U.S. central bank digital currency, a new digital dollar. Urgently study. Well, we know the Fed is already doing a study and have been doing a study with the Hamilton Project with MIT on this for a long time. We've shown you the Treasury white papers all about digital currencies and what they plan on doing with the U.S. Fed dollar. They've done all of this. They've done it for the last few years. We know because we've seen their own white papers. But here's what they're doing now. Now they're making it public and with new urgency. They say within the next 6 months, the government is going to roll out a plan to create a new digital currency. This will mean the destruction of the dollar is coming. Your dollar is coming. Been warning about this for years, and the golden opportunity with the chaos in Ukraine, I think, has opened the door for the Biden administration because of inflation, gas prices, oil, everything about your life will be different soon.
And this is happening right before our eyes. We have been talking about this for a very, very long time. If you have been in crypto for, we'll just say, last 3 years, maybe even 4 years, maybe even longer than that, you should all realize what is happening. This is the major shift. But before this happens, the collapse needs to happen. The collapse of the stock market, the collapse of the financial system, the collapse of the US dollar as you know it. All of this is happening before our eyes. We see here 200 years of asset class returns adjusted for inflation. Lessons: 1. Don't hold cash. 2. Real rates go down over time, which benefit all assets. 3. Stocks also produce cash flows. Nice. 4. Gold works mostly as an inflation-adjusted monetary policy reset hedge. And 5. In 200 years, you were dead a few times. Go and have some fun. And that is the truth, right? Like, when we're talking about things that are happening, you could see the US dollar. You could see gold, bills, bonds, stocks. Why would we hold the US dollar? There is no return percentage value for us. Not only that, but the dollar is going to continue on a downward slope because of inflation. I know that the dollar is increasing right now in strength, but we do know that that is just current positioning in the market. You got to realize the end goal for the dollar when we do see real inflation being realized by the retail individuals, by the Fed. They know exactly where inflation is, but they don't want to release it. They don't want to talk about it. And talking about inflation, when we're talking about those, rate hike increases, those are going to be a massive catalyst for the downfall of stocks. And I'm not hoping for a stock market crash, but I do know that it is going to happen. It is going to repeat the process similar to 2008. But the issue here is that instead of a 50% correction, it is going to be a 70 plus correction across the board. This is going to be the worst downfall in history, worse than the Great Depression. This is all leading us back to one thing, though: the collapse of the current financial system to usher in the rebirth of the digital financial system. We are seeing things being built out day in and day out within central bank digital currencies. Look at the chart. Look at the, look in front of you. You could see it. We're seeing researched proof of concept and pilots with even launched CBDC projects. Things are moving rapidly. This White House overall, white paper, that's what I'm calling it, a white paper. It's an executive order, but it is a white paper essentially outlining what is going to be happening, going down the line. We know ISO 222 is coming. We know CBDCs are coming. The US denominated CBDC is coming. We are seeing SWIFT talks being disrupted over in the Ukraine with Russia. We are seeing the downfall of SWIFT before our eyes. We are seeing the downfall of the US dollar before our eyes. We are seeing the collapse of the current financial system before our eyes. And what do you think happens next? What do you think is going to happen next? Well, first off, we're seeing regulations being ushered in, followed by, of course, things of the future. We are going to be seeing, of course, demand within tokenization, digitization. I mean, Ripple's seen it. Evolve and RippleNet for a tokenized future. They know what's happening. We all know what is happening. 80% of central banks are exploring use cases involving central bank digital currencies, with 40% already testing proof of concept programs. Last month, El Salvador became the first country to adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender, and in the US, Miami has taken action to make the city a hub for crypto. This goes back to July of 2021. Things rapidly moved since then. In fact, things have unfolded at a massive rate. We are seeing now talks of regulations being in store for us by the end of this year. Regulatory clarity most likely will happen very, very soon. And with that in mind, this will spark a massive revolution. But we do see here we're expanding from a cross-border payments network to a platform providing tokenized services that will bring crypto capabilities to the enterprise and prepare them for the future where crypto is front and center. RippleNet was initially built to solve the challenges with speed, cost, and transparency in cross-border payments for those that have been grossly underserved by financial system at large. Now, this is trillion-dollar use cases. These are major use cases that Ripple has built within the RippleNet. And not only talking about on-demand liquidity, line of credit, tokenization, all of this goes hand in hand, okay? I want you to all realize what is happening here. Okay, you need to realize what is being built. The momentum is not slowing down at all. In fact, we go back to March 9th, okay? Just 5 days ago, CBDCs in the Americas, implications, opportunities, and adoption. This is coming from Ripple themselves yet again. They are talking about this. They are understanding where this money is basically, this is leading us to the end game. This is what we have been waiting for a very, very long time. Now, I don't support retail CBDCs. I've discussed this. I do not like them. I do not like the idea of retail CBDCs. But when we are talking about CBDCs for central banks, we're talking about private CBDCs where we transition from, of course, the legacy system to a new financial system. That is totally fine with me. But I do not want government-controlled currencies in the hand of citizens. I don't believe that retail CBDCs is the way to go. But I do believe that we are seeing a massive disruption of this market. And this is inevitable. We are not going to stop CBDCs. They are coming. They are clear. We know where they are leading us to, and this is exactly why we hold these assets. This is why we hold crypto. Crypto has been the front and center stage role player within CBDCs and all around the world. We've been seeing crypto be the center stage talking point for a lot of things, talking about finance, we're talking about economies in general, we're talking about the future of the financial system globally. Crypto has been the heart and soul of that. This is exactly why we do hold crypto. Now, at the end of the day, the US has taken their time, but now they are urgent, more urgent than ever, to usher in this technology. Okay, they understand what they need. Interoperability definitely is a big key player point here. Of course, is why I talk about Q&T a lot, but we also see the major need for not only real-time payments, but instant settlement, cheap, affordable, payments that we can count on, not having a failure rate. We're seeing transparency being a big thing. Anti-money laundering and even know your customer is also key and crucial. This is also why I do believe that Gate.io has been, disregarding their services for many areas around the world. Things are moving rapidly, especially in a regulatory frameworking way. This is also why I do hold utility gems. I do not care about these garbage meme coins that people are making 100x gains off of in 2 minutes and whatever the case may be. I don't care about that. I care about the real money, okay? XRP as a token could still net you massive amounts of gains, okay? I've talked to you guys just yesterday about the real value behind XRP, and it was the bare minimum prices of $300 that we came to, going off of course, just the derivatives market alone, okay? And when we are talking about that derivatives market is a $1.8 quadrillion market. Now, just realize where XRP is positioning itself as a token from Ripple's standpoint. XRP is going to feel trillions to quadrillions of dollars flowing over a massive payment network that will soon become the SWIFT that we know of tomorrow. SWIFT is a thing of the past. The legacy system is a thing of the past. We are ushering in and marching forward into a massive digital revolution of the payment infrastructure and payment system that we know of now. So with things in mind, we know where things are leading us to. We see the bigger picture here because we are early in this market. Those individuals that are lost, that they don't know about CBDCs, they don't know about crypto, maybe they're your friend, maybe they're your family member, talk to them, discuss to them about this technology, get them on board, because at the end of the day, those individuals will be left behind. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. If you guys do want more content that is paid for, there's NCashOfficial.com where I do have my exit plans, my entry plans, things like that. You guys can go check it out if you guys are interested. But with that being said, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.